Dear friends, what a pleasure to see you again. Do you wish to discuss something?
We've learned from our friend Sybil de Vespe that the prince wants to prove the antiquity of his bloodline.
Yes, I'd heard that. He claims his family is descended from the Astrian kings. He's convinced that some of the more traditionalist families would be more willing to support him if he could prove it.
He ordered an archaeological dig carried out into ruins not far from the city in search of the tomb of the kings. We went there and were able to enter it and find the proof he was looking for.
Is that so? And I suppose that now you're wondering who to give this proof to. I don't want to pressure you, of course, but I can assure you that if you were to give it to us, your expedition would be fully paid for. And you would also have the gratitude of the Prince d'Orsay, who is considered by everyone to be more honest and loyal than his rival.
We need to think about it some more, but we appreciate your offer.
I understand. It's not a simple decision, so take your time.
We've learned from our friend Sybil de Vespe that the prince wants to prove the...
Yes, I'd heard that. He claims his family is descended from the Astrian kings. He's convinced that some of the more traditionalist families would be more willing to support him if he could prove it.
He ordered an archaeological dig. We went there and were able to enter.
Is that so? And I don't want to pressure you, of course. And you would all...
We need to think...
I understand.
We'll leave you.
Thank you. Workwear or evening wear, you'll find everything you need.
You're back. What do you want?
We would like an audience with the prince. We've made a major breakthrough that will be of great...
Really?
Oh, you know. It's just a dig he's undertaking to find proof of the antiquity of his ancestry. Nothing really important.
If what you say is true, I'm sure the prince will be delighted to see you. I'll go. His Majesty Prince Alexandre is expecting you.
Thank you. We'll go and see him. Your Grace.
We meet at last. You're the islander whose name is on everyone's lips. You're becoming something of a celebrity in Peren. Especially because you're always surrounded by such a motley band of characters, including my delightful niece. I was dying to meet you in the flesh. I was told you seek our support to finance an expedition to Tir Fredi, unless I'm mistaken.
That's right. We have a ship and the captain, but as you know, the cost of such a journey requires the backing of a nation.
Essentially, you hope I will pay for your trip home after you washed ashore in my city.
As we told your minister, we are certain this arrangement could be profitable. The ship can carry a large quantity of...
Perhaps. But as I'm sure you've already discovered, the congregation's only trading post on the island is run by the Dorset. However, we could consider backing you, and I believe you have news about...
That's right. We went to the ruins you're excavating. There, we helped the archaeologist Garup, and we managed to reach the tomb.
At last. I feared this whole venture would not prove fruitful, despite the enthusiasm of the... And what did you find?
This tablet, which, according to Garup's analysis, lists all the kings of the last Austrian dynasty.
Excellent. And what does the list say?
One of the kings was named Vespasia, which would make him a direct ancestor of your family. Here.
Sadly, I can't read the Austrian tongue, but if Garup...
He is, without a doubt.
At last! The Dorsays will have to bow to the antiquity of our bloodline, and the other families will put them in their rightful place. How wonderful! I must admit that our little Flora was right. I'm surprised not to see her with you. What?
She chose to stay at the dig site to help Master Garup study...
That's just like her. That young woman has a passion for antiquities. I'll have to send her a gift to thank her. As for you, my dear friends, I am very pleased to provide you with the financial support of the city of Peren for your journey, in appreciation of the great assistance you have provided through your invaluable discovery and for your prompt delivery of this tablet to me.
Does this mean we're going to be able to go home?
Indubitably, young man. I'll have Sir Daryl arrange for your ship to be loaded with goods that will be snapped up on your island. I'll also ask him to appoint someone to travel with you and arrange for the goods to be traded once you're there. Oh, when you're ready to leave, go and find the... She'll be waiting for you in the Square of the Forgotten Goddess. In the...
Thank you. If your highness permits, we shall leave.
As you will. You may go.
Stay out of trouble. Go on, move along.
You're back? What?
Were you able to present the evidence we gave you to the Prince de Vespe? What?
I have indeed informed him of what was going on. And I have also sent him... He was very impressed by your courage and sends you his thanks for saving our nation from... As for the Prince, he was extremely interested in the documents I showed him. Especially, the Alliance ambassador has been summoned, and Zahid will no doubt be banished in the next...
It's another blow for Karnaz. I hope he won't soon forgive her failure.
I don't think you'll be seeing her anytime soon. The Prince has also assured me that he will send scouts to the other ruins near the borders to make sure that nothing happens. I've obviously told him about your pivotal role in this matter.
We shall leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
Hello? You may come in and speak to the librarian, but he's the one who decides who can...
I can't tell you how happy I am that you've not only proven your innocence, but you also forced that horrible woman to acknowledge her lies. Clatir sissammel inimnatrem jam est.
Wait, are you from Tir Fradi?
Yes. I was born there a long time ago. Then I joined the Naughts, and I'm one of them now. But we never forget our homeland, do we? What can I do for...
The letter you sent. What was it about?
It is a very serious matter. Someone from outside our guild attempted to sneak into the restrict... The guard apprehended the person in question easily, but she refused to tell us why she's here. I need to discover how she was able to get past our security. You must understand, this part of the library is protected by device, meaning only Naughts that have attained. Our great library houses the entire bank of knowledge the Naughts have gathered. If the nations of Gakan had access, they would no longer need our services. They could sail and pillage the islands we've discovered as they please. Other islands would suffer. It is imperative that you discover what brought this.
Why not ask the guard to come?
We have an uninvited. I am convinced that only one of my sister or brother Naughts could have let the spy into the until I found the culprit, and let's hope there be only one. I can trust. Please, go and interrogate them, and please use the utmost discretion. No one must know why you're...
Do you have any idea as to what was stolen?
I haven't had the time to organize a complete inventory, but I am hoping the prisoner will tell you. Though the guards didn't find anything on her, she may have had time to hide.
Thank you for trusting us. We will try to get to the bottom of this.
May the wind...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You're not from around here.
I don't have the key. Ugh, I can't do it. This door is locked.
You cannot enter here without official, unless you're accompanied by a captain of the Naughts or someone with...
The Master Librarian sent us.
If that were true, you'd have the proper author...
I'll remember that if I ever get the urge to tell you a secret. Did you forget we were supposed to be...
Please, you must let us in.
Is it really? In that case, find someone in a position of authority.
What would you say if we gave you enough to...
You can give me anything you want if it...
We'll believe.
Have a good...
How will we get into the cells in the harbor?
The Naught guards seem quite fond of the tavern. Perhaps if we bought a few rounds, one of them might be...
Very well.
We haven't been invited into this house. I don't think it's right to go in there.
It'll be more discreet to go through there. You're right.
Possessed me to become a guard. I don't like being on them. Oi! You looking for a fuck?
Oi there now. Calm down. Out with you now. And don't come back until you...
That one's gone a little too hard on the bottle and has forgotten all about his keys on the counter.
If these are the keys to the Harbor Master's office, like I think they are, they'll come in handy. It was too good to be true.
Today?
We'll have to find another way into the Harbor Master's office.
Sing us a song.
Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid.
Thank you.
Come back soon.
Well done. I hold this emissary and her vision of the world.
Thank you, Fjord.
It's my...
Hello, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
You're wel-
You cannot enter unless you're...
We'll believe.
Have a good...
Possess me to become a guard. Unlikely.
We need a key to open this door.
This rock reminds me of a girl. She was from Serene. She was ever the siren. When she sang in the tavern, oh, it was something else. We were all madly in love with her.
Greetings, Captain Alvida.
It looks like she's sleeping.
Wake her up. We have to question her if we want to find out what she was doing in our library.
Madam, wake up. We need to speak to you. Hey.
She didn't move. That's not normal. Let's look at her more closely.
I understand why she wouldn't... She has no wounds, no contusions, and she was...
Judging from the reddening of her cheeks, she was poisoned through ingestion of the belladonna berry. Someone didn't want this poor woman to talk. Only her...
There's nothing in her scarf. Nothing. Her jacket is the first thing the guards would have searched. There's nothing in her pocket. Well, have a look at this. There's a secret pocket.
It's a long number. I'm no library rat, but given the circumstances, it must be the reference. What's on the other one?
It's a series of odd symbols. There is nothing more to learn here, I'm afraid. We should return to...
That's an excellent suggestion. He'll be able to tell us more about the stolen document, and might even know this strange code.
Welcome to my domain, the Great Library of Yxantis. Unfortunately, I can't let you visit our archives. Only naughts of a certain rank are allowed in there. However, I'll be happy to give you any information I can.
We were able to enter the prison without anyone suspecting a thing.
Did the prisoner tell you anything?
That would have been difficult, seeing as how she was dead when we found her.
What? How is that possible? Well, how did she die?
She was poisoned.
Well, that rules out suicide. If she'd had a vial of poison, it would... Did you learn anything at all?
Yes. We found these 2 notes. One contains a number that we think refers to the document she was to steal. The other is a list of exotic symbols.
No. Wait. Perhaps this first symbol, for example, makes me think of a mermaid carrying a fishing rod, which corresponds to the name of our tavern. It could be a covert way of showing our spy the way to find her. As for this number, by the eels, I believe it's a map from... Let me check that right away. One of our maps is missing! It's a map that reveals the location of an island yet undiscovered by those on the continent. Is that all you found on...
Yes. Whoever killed her must have taken the missing map. And her murder in our prison confirms your suspicions. There were knots.
We must find that map, or you and I both know all too well what fate will befall the people who live on that. See what you can do to decipher these symbols. Follow the trail. Good luck, and be on your guard.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. Look! 2 stocked barrels. That looks like the symbol in the knot. We're on the right track. But now which way should we go? There's the crate marked with a circle.
I have the impression we've lost the trail. These look more like bandits than a network of spies.
You're right. Ugh, we might have gone wrong somewhere along the way.
Oi! You lot! You better have a good reason.
We haven't come here for you. We were following a case and must have taken a wrong turn.
Case? So you're some sort of guards? Be gone.
We'll be leaving. Be quiet. We don't... The crate with a circle on it. I hope it's the right one this time. Look at the roof of this building with that pole. I think that's what this symbol represents. But I don't see anyone.
Maybe there's someone inside. Let's move closer.
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard. We found a notebook. It says that the people who were here had some sort of business to do at the cove in the back country.
We should go there. I want to know who's behind.
Still no one? I feel like we're always one step behind.
We should go take a look around the dinghy. Maybe we'll find another note.
At last, we meet.
I recognize you. You serve under my father's orders.
How did you learn that we were following your trail?
You lack discretion. We heard a band of foreigners led by a Tyr Fordean has been leading an investigation for the Master Librarian of your...
And now, you orchestrated a break-in of the Great Library, during which you stole a map.
You've discovered our little operation. That's a shame. However...
You cannot seriously mistake this person for a bastion of scruples. This deal seems highly unlike... I am well aware that you... What do you think he will say when we reveal your implication in...
If we give your name to the Admiral, you'll certainly be hung, or something of the sort.
Something of the sort, yes.
Sorry, you can't access the library. Sorry.
need a key to open this door.
You've come back. How can I help you?
We followed the thieves' trail using the documents we found in the spoi's belongings.
Now that's mighty good news. Tell me everything.
The symbols were a treasure hunt of sorts that led to an old warehouse. There we found a note that mentioned a meeting near a cove in the backcountry.
And you went there, I imagine. Did you find the traitors?
Yes. Unfortunately, they must have discovered we were on the trail and they were lying in wait.
That was to be expected. These traitors have ears even among the guard. Were you able to recover the map?
Yes, we found...
Thank you. It's a relief to have it back. Were you able to identify any...
We'd seen the woman who seemed to be their leader before. She spoke with Admiral Barcelos after our trial.
I will ask the Admiral if he recalls her name. We will find her. If we can capture her, we will certainly... I know you did your best. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart to have brought this map back to me. But the entire city is now aware of this affair. The worst has been avoided. If ever you should need my help, I...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do you have a little time to spare?
We're too busy at the moment. How do you feel about returning to Tifredi? This time as the head of your own...
Oh, I am proud and happy to be steering my own ship towards your and I promised, didn't I? I had, but... I must admit that the idea of leaving you there and never seeing you again saddens me.
I will miss you too, Alvida. I will never... I won't bother you.
Don't worry. Do you have a little time to...
We're too busy. I won't bother.
Don't worry.
Welcome to the fishing.
Thank you.
Come back soon.
This door is locked.
I know I had what we discovered in this lab. What these
Forgive my curiosity, but why did you stay with us? You are...
As you know, the giant monster matter was worrying me. And rightly so. But after what we discovered, it seemed logical to... I must still be an altruist at heart. My disgust with the world has not... Unless it's just that I...
It's mutual. I'm glad.
We make a good team, don't we?
See you later.
Do you have a minute? There's something I would like to...
I'm...
I've heard my brother is... As you know, I was banished from Teleme, and my whole family paid the... I know he's still very angry with me, even after... And I'd like you to come with me, if you don't mind. What do you say?
I'm sorry, but now isn't a good time.
I understand. May the Enlightened forgive me. But when I think of men like Kernad, they're truly willing to do anything to rule, including inflicting tort. Fortunately.
See you later.
It's my... Do you have a minute?
I'm listening.
I've heard my brother is in As you know, and I'd like... What?
I'm sorry, but...
I understand. May the...
See you later.
It's...
Fridengar, is there anything I can do for you? Well, do you finally have time to help me track down this merchant?
I'm sorry we've had so many other things to deal with, but I agree with you. We must find the Black Orcs.
Thank you, Fridengar. We can't just stand by and let our people suffer. We must do something about it. We are sages. Finish what you have to do. Then come back and see me. But
Good boy, Nim.
good boy. Beur Tirtomad. Well, do you finally...
I'm
Good boy.
Do you have a little time to spare for the matter I told you about?
We're too busy at... I won't bother you any...
Don't worry.
wanted to tell you that what we discovered in that laboratory disgusts me. Just as much as it... Using a disease to decimate an entire people is despicable.
I must be...
I understand.
This general has a few screws loose. How could he believe that he'd be able to capture that? I can only imagine what a creature...
See you later.
Of course.
Incredible. You must be reading my thoughts, my da.
What is di...
You might have remarked that we've been the targets of these groups of hired assassins, practically breathing down our necks wherever...
They're difficult not to notice, indeed.
They're after me. In fact, at first it was just child's play. A poisoned cup of tea here, a clumsy person attempting to... But the attacks became more and more troublesome and dangerous. It was partly for that reason that I didn't hesitate when given the opportunity to join our little adventure. I thought that by being always on the move, I would escape these attacks.
Forgive me this question, but... aren't...
My family uses them often, that's true. But anyone can hire them to get rid of some. However, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the person who placed a bounty on my... Since we are in my uncle's good graces, I would ask...
Is he truly capable of doing something about this? After all, you are already a...
That is true, but believe me, there is a difference between simply being a part of... If His Majesty Alexandra de Vespe announces that I am his protected ward, the assassins will think twice before... I would, therefore, if you accept, like you to accompany me so that I might... Going there alone is a little too...
I will gladly accompany you. But
I understand.
Now that you're once again in the prince's good graces, do you intend to resume your role as a diplomat for the congregation?
Do you wish for me to leave, or does the... I hope it's the second answer, because I'm sorry to say that I don't plan on leaving your party. I happen to enjoy your company.
So much the better. I wouldn't have wanted you to leave.
You wouldn't have wanted me to? I have had to bend to the will of others enough during my life to no longer want anyone to dictate my... It so happens that today our interests converge.
Let's talk about it later.
Always... Are you of a mind?
I will gladly...
I understand.
Let's
always...
Hello?
Not all ships do, but it seems that you have... Would you like to see what I have?
Fridengar, is there any...
Good boy.
Good boy.
message is signed Rudolph, nephew of the smuggler Ludwig. It indicates a meeting on the docks near Overseas House.
What on earth has got into the lad?
Let's go and have a look on the docks. Maybe we'll find something there. I don't have the key.
This is the place mentioned in Rudolph's message.
Let's look around. Maybe we'll be able to learn what happened.
Hello. Are you lost?
Ludwig, my unfortunate friend. I'm afraid your nephew is in real trouble. There's blood here. Someone's been hurt. Fortunately, they've left a trail behind them, so we should be able to follow them.
I hope it's not Rudolph's blood. What have you got yourself into, boy?
Look, a head covering. It looks a bit like the ones worn by Renaight's merchants, doesn't it?
Ugh, I can't do it. We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
What's that noise?
The trail of blood leads to this building.
Let's show them what we're made of!
This rope was used to tie someone up. Maybe the merchant or your nephew?
It says here that the goods will be moved to a cave in the backcountry to try and reduce the risk of being caught. I suspect that this is a convoluted way of referring to our young Nort and the merchant.
I think that's all there is. I doubt.
Damn it, Rudolph, what have you got yourself into? Everything suggests that he's...
There aren't enough clues to tell whether your nephew is the cause or whether he's a victim as well.
What do you think? Could he be behind all this?
The lad I knew had never set foot on a ship. In fact, he'd never been further than his own property line. I'd like to say he couldn't have done it, but the truth is, I don't know. And now all I want to do is save him from the gallows.
Then let's try to find that cave from the letter.
Let's.
I knew if I followed you, I'd find something. What were you doing in that warehouse? Is that where you're keeping my...
We're not holding anyone. We followed a trail that led from the docks to this place.
A likely story. It's a good thing I hired these men. We're gonna tear this place apart and find out... But first, we're gonna search you. Search them!
Let's show them what we're made of!
My armor is completely ruined!
Stop, please!
Why didn't you listen?
You wouldn't let us search you. And I thought you were involved in her disappearance.
You could have believed us when we told you that we had nothing to do with it, but that we were going to find your mistress and mine.
Then what were you doing in that warehouse? Did you find that my mistress isn't just anybody, you know? She's not just important to me.
We went to the place where your mistress was supposed to have a meeting. We found a trail that led us. The clues we found in this warehouse suggest that she's been... And we discovered a note that mentioned a cave in the backcountry. We planned to go to...
Thank you for telling me all that. I'm beginning to feel hopeful again. I suppose I'll just have to return.
Who are you? What you do? We've come for the people you're holding.
Why did you kidnap them? One...
That grimy bit of flotsam. He hired us to frighten the lady, but we weren't supposed to hurt her. He just wa- She's a merchant from the congregation. Can you So we called a few friends and kidnapped her. As for it... Let me talk to them. I know this. You want easy money? Fine. How much do you want? This merchant is probably worth a fortune. So bring us a... And since we're not dogs, if you don't have the...
Did you really think your little scum was going to work? This merchant is well known and has a lot of friends. Her servant has alerted the guard who are on their way. We were just sent ahead to make sure she was all right.
Blast me, barnacles! They could clap us in irons! Here, take the key and free your cursed merchant. We're out of here.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. You're free. Come with us. We'll take you somewhere safe.
Oh, that's such a relief. I thought I'd never get out of that cage.
All we did was follow your trail from the... As a matter of fact, your servant was so worried about...
Oh, poor Joseph. Oh, don't blame him. He's very protective and fiercely loyal. Thank you very much for your help. But I am quite exhausted and hungry.
I suppose you expect me to thank you?
No, that's not really my style. But I do expect an
I hired those thugs to help me scare, but when they realized that it wasn't about getting a hefty ransom, they decided to take matters. They grabbed us both and brought us here. I imagine they were hoping that the congregation would pay.
Why did you want to intimidate this
I wanted her to tell me something about my mum.
None of this makes any sense. Why would she have any information about your...
You haven't heard? Our village was attacked. They set fire to... along with lots of other villagers.
No.
A few of us managed to escape. Like me and Mum. But I made it to the sea and decided to become a Norse. To get away from everything. But Mum, she fled to the congregation. And I was hoping...
I'm sorry, Rudolph. I'm so very...
Maybe not, but it happened. So try and find Mum.
I'll try. But you know the congregation's a big place and...
I realise now that my plan was stupid. Ever since I became a Norse, I've been here on Yuxantis. I'm just sea-given. They never sent me back to the continent, so when I heard about this merchant, I wanted...
I can understand that. And I also understand your anger towards me. But don't...
I'll be more careful in the future. But...
Now that Rudolph is safe and sound, and we've proven that he didn't mistreat that merchant, I think I owe you...
I'm listening.
You know that I was a soldier once. In the village where I grew up, I was forcibly It was horrible. We were used as cannon fodder, and the nobles who gave us all. I ended up leaving that life behind and becoming a smuggler. But I killed my commanding officer. The bounty on some years ago, not long after that incident, they tried to get me by targeting They threatened to hang him if I didn't surrender. I knew they'd hang us both if I gave myself up, so I let...
I'm sorry, Ludwig. I understand your nephew's behavior better now. But why did you kill your officer?
That's a story for another day. Suffice it to say that... Anyway, I want to thank...
I'm always happy to talk to you. Well, do you find...
I'm sorry we've had so many other things to deal with, but I agree with you. We must...
Thank you, Vridengar. We can't just stand by and let our people suffer.
The hardest part will be finding this woman, since this continent is so much vaster than our island.
But there can't be that many women who buy and sell people in this land. Our companions born in this place might have an idea. Someone must know how to find her. I beg you. We couldn't do anything to save Sheda. And I don't want any more of our people to die because we weren't able to do anything.
I understand. Good boy, Nilan.
Good boy, Korans.
Here we are, off the coast of the proud cities of the Congregation.